I may need to go ahead and do that. I'm ready.
Maybe it's natural gas.
That might be.
Call the commission meeting to order. Let's stand for invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Our kind Heavenly Father, tonight we ask that you will be with us in our meeting. Guide us in our discussions and our actions, that it might be what is best for our city. These things we ask in your name. Amen. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
I'm sorry, I'm here.
Commissioner Garver,
Here.
Pick us up the ball.
Commissioner White, Vice Mayor Johnson,
Here.
Mayor Lamb.
Here. Does she have her button turned on?
Yeah, can y'all hear me now? Is it on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You had in your packet the October 14 commission minute. Any corrections, anything we need to add to them?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve our minutes. Roll call.
Commissioner Baker,
Yay.
Commissioner Garver,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lamb.
Yay. Now's the time we have set aside for comments from our citizens. If you have something you want to share with us, you can approach the microphone and give us your name and your address. Seeing no one jump up, we'll go on with our agenda. Our unfinished business, there is none, so our new business. Our first item is a presentation by Hamilton County Trustee Bill Hollander, and we want to welcome you to our commission meeting.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. When I set this meeting up, I called the mayor and my secretary. I told her when I was coming, and she said, "Bill, isn't that the week that your daughter and the two grandboys are coming?" I said, "Oh, I forgot about that." And I started to call you back, but you can't know how thankful I am to be here right now. My wife is wanting me to come back real soon. But
We could have brought them with you.
oh, no, you didn't want me to bring them with me. Hey, I just wanted to go over with you. I've gave you a handout there of about 3 pages, and just kind of this being a reappraisal year, and a lot of folks have wondered if my tax is going up or my tax is going down. My office works very closely with the assessor's office, and just to kind of tell you, the residential and farm properties, that's assessed at 25%, basically meaning if a home is appraised for $100,000, they pay taxes on 25% of that. So they're paying taxes only on the assessed part, which would be $25,000. And then residential, it's 25%, then commercial's 40%, and then public utilities is 55%. We have collected for Collegedale right at 96% of the 2020 last year's, and normally this area will pay. The bills go out in October. Most of you probably got your bill last week, or you'll be getting it in the next few days. And when people get their tax bill, they need to pay it before March the 1st to not have any interest added to it. We are getting the word out, and a lot of people take advantage of this. We take partial payments. Some people, when they got their bill last week, they'll divide that into 5 or 6, and over the next 5 or 6 months, they'll send us payments on that. After it stays in my office for 2 years, it goes up to the clerk and master's office, and that's something that we hope that people do not have to do, because in addition to a lot of interest, there's other fees and penalties on there. And then what we really do not like to happen, folks, is 2 years after that, it goes into the tax sale. And we will, like right now, our attorney is sending out letters for folks that's not paid their 17 or 18 taxes, because it's going to be in the tax sale. Probably 8,000 of them for the countywide. When we get down to the day of the tax sale, we'll have probably 200 pieces of property that will be in our tax sale. You'll see down there, Collegedale again, the partials or pieces of property that we have. In 2020, there was 3,425 pieces of property. In 2021, the assessor says there's one less, 3,424. You will see that from 2020, the residential went down from 2522 down to 2507, but your commercial went up. So there's some pieces of property out here that went from residential to commercial. That would be what that would be right there. And then personalty property, that's people that's got a business. It went from 386 to 392. Again, I like to dwell on that personalty property just a little bit. That's a tax that we collect for Collegedale, that if anyone's got a business and they have over $200 worth of equipment, whether it be mowing yards or whatever it is, we have a small tax that we collect called the personalty tax on that. That's one of the harder taxes for us to collect, and right now I think we're at like about 85% of collecting last year's taxes on that. People get it, they don't understand what it is. I told someone just the other day, it's a lot easier to open a business than it is to close a business. If you got a business and you're going to close it, there's more to it than just throwing your business cards away and taking the sign off your truck. You need to call two parts of the county. You need to call the assessor's office and you need to call the clerk's office. And we're having a lot, real busy right now, people getting their tax bills because the personalty tax bills went out first and people are calling saying, oh, I don't have that business no more. Well, we explained to them that if you had it for one day this year, you have to pay your taxes. To not get a bill next year, you need to call the assessor's office and you need to call the clerk's office, so that will stop. And so there's 392 people that's got a business of some type in Collegedale. The assessment went up this year, even though the partials are about the same. The assessment went up 18.26%. So it went from 340 million to 402 million. And then I want to talk about the tax relief program. This is a program that if someone is 65 and older and the household income is $31,190 or less, they can get on a tax relief program we have, or if they're 100% disabled. Also, we have a program for veterans, and I'm proud to say that I was part of a committee that went to the state and was able to get this taken care of for the veterans and to get that raised up for them. And to kind of give you an idea, this would be on the max. If they're on the tax relief program, the state gives them $162. Collegedale gives $101, and Hamilton County gives $81. So someone could get up to $345 off of their tax bill. If they're a veteran, 100% disabled from a service injury, their max is they could get up to $2,000 off their tax bill. So we have a lot of veterans across the county that gets all their taxes paid if they're 100% disabled from a service injury. In Collegedale, there's 35, not people, but 35 pieces of property, which could be a husband and wife living there. But we have 35 pieces of property that is on this program. 24 of those properties are elderly, 65 and older, making less than $31,190, are disabled. And then we have 11 veterans. So there's 11 veterans that's on the program in Collegedale. We collect the motel hotel tax for you folks, and you've got one hotel here, you've got several VRBOs, and you got Airbnbs, and that's the average in bringing into Collegedale about $12,500 per month, and that's real good. On the next page, let's see, we have our tax levy. That was the 2020 tax levy. Just showing you there what, if everybody paid in the real property, 99.19% of the people have now paid as of last the first of this month. So there's only like $38,000 that we have not collected from the folks that we sent their bill out to them for the 2020, which that's very good. I want to brag on the folks for doing that. The personalty tax, the 85% I mentioned earlier there, that was countywide. When I was talking about it, it's a little bit harder tax to collect, but not so true in Collegedale because 99.36% of the businesses have paid, and there's about $5,000 still out there that we've not collected on businesses. We got the OSAP, which is handled by the state. You got your pilots there showing you, even though they're on a pilot program, how much taxes those people are paying. You can see who that is right there. And then on the last sheet is getting us up to date to our 2021 levy. So if everyone in Collegedale pays their taxes this year, it will bring in $5.5 million, which is an increase of $63,000 over what the 2020 was. So I know I went through that kind of hurriedly and appreciate your time, but we'll answer any questions. And let me say, if you have questions later on, please call me and we'll get you an answer on that. But just wanted to come and kind of show you. I thought it would be good information for you so that you talk to the folks, you could know how to answer them. And if you or anyone has a question, I'll be happy to answer.
Appreciate you coming and sharing this with us. Does anybody have any comments or questions?
Good report.
Thank you.
I really do appreciate this very much.
Well, thank you, and we appreciate Collegedale letting us collect your taxes for you, and things seem to be going real well out this way, and we're set up as we were last year. We're open at the Bonnie Oaks office. We're open downtown. We've got it fixed to where we're letting one person in at a time, so it's very safe. We've added an exit door at Bonnie Oaks so that when you're in there now, you don't have to walk back out passing the line that's in the hall, so you can go out a different way. And then all of the First Horizon banks, just like the one here local, you can go through the drive-in, take your tax bill with you and a check made out to the Hamilton County Trustee, and you can pay it there at the First Horizon banks too. And I think they have about 14 of them in Hamilton County where you can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
Well,
Bill.
thank you so much. Good
Now
to see
you can go home and relieve your wife.
Yeah, she'll be ready for me. Thank you.
See you, Bill.
Our next item is the gas agreement for Scooter's Coffee.
So this is the agreement to place the parking lot over the gas line at the Scooter's Coffee. So Sam's reviewed it. It's just kind of a half-tooth thing.
Is that the plantation pipeline?
So
Okay.
it's just to put it over the easement.
Any questions or comments for?
I move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to pass the gas agreement on to whoever needs to sign it. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yay.
Commissioner Garver,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lamb.
Yay. Our next item is approval of the JSG contract.
So Johnson Service Group is a headhunting firm that would like to use to hire the staff engineer. They charge 20% of the first year's salary. So we expect that's going to be around $15,000. So that's why I brought it to you.
Sam, is this contract, have you read it? And
I have reviewed this one too, Vice Mayor.
So it's just headhunters, what they are?
Correct.
Okay.
They do a lot of work for technical positions, TVA, engineering, et cetera.
So I think I missed what you said. It probably clarified, but this is just for administrative people, or is this for everybody that's going to be an employee of the city?
It's just the staff engineer position.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought you mentioned about.
Okay, any other comments, questions?
Move to approve.
second?
We have a motion and a second to approve this contract. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Garver,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lamb.
Yay. Our next item is approval for a paving contract for Swinyer Drive.
So this is just to cap the area that we repaired with CTB that's rough. The total amount with TNT Concrete is $9,910, but we've already spent just under $4,500 on the CTB. So the total project will be just under $15,000. So I want to bring it to you.
Okay.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for this paving contract. Roll call?
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Garver,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lamb.
Yay. City administration, have any reports?
Michelle has the finance report.
Good evening. You should have the September finance report in front of you. The only things to take note in the revenues are that sales tax and hotel motel tax, the large revenues are coming in above budget, which is a great thing. And also, there's a large building permit revenue, which includes the next McKee phase. So that's what that is. That was 178,000 of that came in. The only expenditures that are over budget are planning, which is due to the Collegedale Tomorrow Foundation payment, and also our debt service, which is due to the fact that we pay the bulk of it in August, almost all of it. So we're looking great for this time of year. As far as the bank balances go and the balances, there's not too many changes there. The only thing that looks lopsided is that miscellaneous revenue, and that's due to that building permit revenue. But otherwise, we're looking good.
So they paid all that in September.
September 9th, I think it came in.
Okay.
So one question. So the building permit for the McKees, does that include everything that they're going to be building or just the things they've started on? Or, I mean, there's more than one project I know.
It's the phasing to date.
Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, comments?
I'll move to approve the financial statement.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this financial statement. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Garver,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lamb.
Yay. You have anything else for us?
Don't forget the festival this weekend. On
The
Friday and
what?
Saturday at the
Fall
Commons.
Festival, Apple Festival.
At the Apple
Okay, this weekend, yes.
Festival.
I hope they have some good apple cider donuts.
Tomorrow is the shredding event, 3 to 6 p.m. in the parking lot.
4 to 6,
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
3 to 6 tomorrow
That was
afternoon.
one of my questions.
Okay. The National Night Out was very nice. We had last week, and it seemed like it was attended quite well. I didn't stay till the very end, but everybody seemed to be having a good time.
Yeah, I
What-
think it was a good showing. I mean, police department had all their equipment out and officers there answering questions. So, and Life Force came in. So it was quite an event. Maybe
Once-
next year more people attend.
Needed more parking. It was full, man.
Yeah.
We did. It was a
I-
good crowd.
I got a kick out of one of the firemen. He said, once the helicopter came, the Life Force came, he said, nobody wants to look at my fire truck anymore. The little kids just took off to go to that helicopter. So, Commissioner Garver?
Yeah, there's a new culvert in front of Kennedy Forest House across Ooltewah Ringgold Road. And I think that's going to be a wonderful addition. I'm sure we work together with the state or county, whoever does that road, but that was a big improvement. If you haven't been down that road recently, just past that new culvert on the right, you'll see a brand new Newcomb Springs. The whole facility is new within the last 3 or 4 years, a new road in there, new bridge. And it's worth actually driving back there. You know, the place has been there for many, many, many years, and it's a real viable company, ship all over the world. And I'd recommend you do that. Newcomb Springs is looking good. And the crosswalks are getting painted, and where I've seen those, they look great. So appreciate everything that everybody's doing. And I like the reports that you give us weekly. Looks like we're going well. Thank you.
Commissioner Baker?
I was just gonna ask our police chief, this Halloween, is the fire department and the police department going to be going through the neighborhoods like they normally do, or are we doing something different?
The police department, we will be going out to the neighborhoods like we typically do. I haven't confirmed that with the fire department, maybe the vice mayor has a little, but typically they do that every year as well. And we're also going to be doing a driving impaired enforcement special activity through the state for Halloween weekend and Halloween night.
Okay, good.
Okay. Vice Mayor, do you have anything else?
I have nothing tonight.
Okay. I just, I talked to Chief about this Thursday night, and I'd like to add an item to our workshop agenda, and that is our noise ordinance. I went online, I cannot find one on our website, and individual that lives about a half a mile from the haunted barn on McDonald Road called me again today and said the noise went past 1:30 this past Sunday night. And I think we need to look at that, because if we have a 10 o'clock curfew on our pickleball court, because the people over in Greenbrier Cove thinks it's too noisy, I think we ought to be looking at all of our neighborhoods to make sure that we're treating them equally. And so I'd like to have a discussion about that on our next Monday night workshop. And maybe if we don't have one, we need to have one put together and consider it.
I'm almost certain we have one.
We have
I know in my
one.
neighborhood, we have one till 10 o'clock.
We do have one, and it's 11 o'clock is the cutoff.
Oh, 11?
It's not been updated recently, so there will be some opportunities for improvement. And some of our discussion Monday should probably be about Pandora's box, if we're going to get aggressive, and how it blows back on us.
Yeah, because we also had a complaint about the noise at the Commons, so.
Exactly. So we'll add it to the agenda and get the ordinance shared with everyone too.
Yes, because I couldn't find one on our website.
You can't access it right now. For some reason, you can't access the city code on the website. I tried to today for a purpose, and I had to go to MTS's website instead.
Well, when I clicked on that, it came up with MTS, but there wasn't anything about noise that I could find.
There used to be something for like barking dogs after 10 PM. I don't know if it's
And
W-
I
still there.
remember, I remember that one in my
almost
neighborhood.
certain we have one because
do.
that's a standard thing in the MTS ordinance books.
Mhm.
And if for some reason we can't find it tomorrow.
It's because they're updating it right now.
Okay,
The
There you
chief
have
and I reviewed it today,
okay.
so we have one.
Okay,
I'll
I appreciate that.
Share it with her.
Let me ask a quick question too, if I may. What is it, because I was thinking because of noise with the 10 o'clock, but we have several young men that like to run their four-wheelers down through the neighborhood on the main street. And sometimes it's 10 or 11 o'clock at night and it's loud. You know, I don't really make a beef out until after 11. But I thought there was an ordinance in my neighborhood for 10 o'clock because of fireworks. They said not after, except on, the holidays. They've kind of been lenient on that, but because of boom boxes, when I'm dating myself, from when I first moved in the neighborhood, we had boom boxes and things like that. And I know kids and the generation, it was 10 o'clock.
Ordinarily, we wouldn't have an ordinance that just fits one neighborhood.
Yeah.
That
It's
would
going to be
be,
one of general application across the city.
But if there are four-wheelers or ATVs in your roadway, unless they are considered street legal,
They're not.
they cannot be on. I would talk to the police officers.
It's a regular issue that the police department's working on.
In my neighborhood?
And what code enforcement is always also working in those areas. We're
Yeah.
trying to attack this from two different angles to get compliance. We're aware of it, and we're working to resolve it.
And I know the family, they're a super nice family when you get on the good side. But, I mean, they are. But I'm getting complaints from neighbors, you know, more of the elderly, and doing it at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, zooming down, muffler and all that, so. Thank you, I appreciate it. And I'm getting old. I get up at 4 in the morning. I can't handle the 11, 12 o'clock night zooms anymore. Well, I'm sorry. That's the truth. You know, I'm tired.
Okay, is there anything else we need to bring to their attention?
No.
Do I hear a
I'm
motion
sorry.
to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
I'll second it.
We're adjourned.
Have some peace.
Are we good?
I know it's Jared. Jared don't pay attention.